Hello, my name is Emma Boyles, and this presentation is on the interesting way that moon snails catch and eat their prey. So while moon snail is the name commonly used when referring to the species, the scientific name for moon snails is Isuchera lewisii. They are also given the nickname necklace shells. This is because their feeding habits leave holes in shells that can wash ashore, and since there is already a hole, people will just put them on strings to make necklaces. Moon snails belong to the phylum Mollusca, and they are from the family Noticeti. An interesting behavior moon snails have is that they are predatory sea snails. They commonly eat bivalves and other snails. The average size of a sea snail lies between 4.7 to 14 centimeters. And in this picture you can see their large foot. Characteristics of mollusks. Mollusks are invertebrates. This means that they have no backbone. This is why mollusks commonly have shells covering their soft bodies, although there are some exceptions, such as squids, as well as others. If they had no shells, they could not protect themselves or survive for long, since the sun could even cook them. For most mollusks, having no shell is a death sentence. They also have three main parts: a head, a visceral mass where their organs are, and a muscular foot used for locomotion and even catching food. As mentioned earlier, moon snails are predators, and the way they catch and eat their prey is quite interesting. Moon snails will use their muscular foot to catch prey they are eating and drag it further under the sand so that it cannot get away while it squeezes and suffocates it. The moon snail will then begin using their radula to drill a hole into the shell of their prey. If this is taking a while, they even have glands on the proboscis that will secrete enzymes to soften the shell and aid in the making of the hole. They can even secrete hydrochloric acid into the shell to soften their prey's tissues that are then sucked out by the moon snail. And they'll suck the snail out over the course of 2 days, and sometimes even a week. It just varies. Mollusks have something known as a radula. The radula contains around 7 rows of teeth and is sometimes compared to a tongue. Radula are all different based on the needs of the mollusk. So, for instance, not all need a radula that's able to make holes in shells like a moon snail does. Some just need a radula they can use to scrape food and algae off of rocks. So moon snails use this adaptation in a much more predatory way than others. The moon snail uses their radula to drill holes into the shell of their prey and secrete acid into the hole to break down tissues so they can consume them. Most snails are not predators like moon snails, which makes them even more interesting. The radula is great for drilling holes, which they must do to eat, and the ability to secrete acid to soften the shell as well as soften the tissues so that they are able to eat them are an example of form and function relating. These both support the eating habits of the moon snail and are ways that the form and function relate. Then here's my references.